Hi there, and welcome back to the Sports Madness News podcast. Today, I will be talking about the NBA this year. As Halloween comes up, as many kids do not appreciate the fact that Halloween is not on a school day, there will be an option to watch the NFL and NBA on that day. Awesome for parties and other things. Today, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the New York Knicks play the New Orleans Pelicans, which are both my favorite teams. The Knicks have been going crazy this season as they are 4-1. The Pelicans, on the other hand, are having a slow start to the season with a record of 1-5. With Zion Williamson out, the Knicks have the odds to win with a 57.7% chance of winning. The season leaders for points are Julius Randle on the Knicks with 23 points per game. On the Pelicans, it is Brandon Ingram with an average of 25 points per game. There has been talk on how the refs will no longer be instructed to call fouls on plays involving unnatural motions this season. People suspected that this would impact people like James Harden, who were experts at doing that. He has had a slow start since, and refs apparently are not the reason for that. Meanwhile, on the Bulls, Patrick Williams suffered a peroneal dislocation of his left wrist during Thursday's 104-103 loss to the New York Knicks. He had started all 5 games after coming back from an ankle sprain. This was bad news for the Bulls because they did not have much of a backup list of guards. ESPN has met with the owner of the Nets, and income tells us that the owner wishes that Kyrie will get vaccinated ASAP because he thinks that the team really needs it. The decision to not allow Kyrie to play in the stadium in the Bronx, and now the whole team in general, was something to think about, because even though the Nets possess 2 top 5 players other than Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant, the team is still not passing the expectations of the head coach and former player Steve Nash, as their record is 3-3 so far in the season. Ja Morant has been on fire so far in the season. Reporters have been unsure in the past few years if Ja Morant would have a good or bad season. It seems to be a glow or a bust for him. This year, it was a total glow so far. 2 years after winning Rookie of the Year, Ja Morant led the league with 35 points per game through his first 3 games of the 2021-2022 season. The Grizzlies were off to a great start, winning their first 2 games, but that changed when they lost to the Los Angeles Lakers by 3, which was a devastating loss for them. Ja Morant, as only a 20-year-old rookie, went crazy and had a very successful season where most players as rookies struggled. People want to know, can he sustain this power, or will he break down with a season injury or struggle? Morant's status this year breaks last year's stats when the Grizzlies were the only team without a 20-point-per-game scorer on their team. Ja Morant averaged 9.1 points per game that season, which made him one of the 3 players on his team that averaged between 17 and 20 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo was able to celebrate bringing an NBA championship to the Bucks after 50 years, and he is now celebrating another 50-year anniversary. Giannis teamed up with Mattel to celebrate the 50th anniversary of longtime card game Uno with a Nike sneaker and apparel collection inspired by the details found on the graphics in an Uno card deck. As Giannis said, "I want every product to be genuine and authentic." He also said that when he was growing up, playing Uno with his brothers was a big thing in their lives, and that is a special thing to them. A few teams off to a hot start this season include the Bucks, Jazz, and the Nuggets. In the first 3 weeks of the season, the Bucks were 2-1 with a season-opening win against the Nets. The Jazz were 2-0 in the first 2 weeks. Hassan Whiteside is off to an encouraging start as Rudy Gobert's backup, who was a key part of the team. Finally, the Nuggets were 2-0. The head coach of the Nuggets, Michael Malone, is very pleased with how their team started the season without Jamal Murray. The Nuggets have not given up more than 98 points in their first 2 games, and Nikola Jokic found his rhythm from the end of the last season, averaging 29.5 points per game and 14.5 rebounds. While the NBA has been doing well so far, the NBA G League has some prospects that may go to the NBA, of which you may want to know because of their abilities. I will put in a link in the description to the article. That's going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys out.